So today, back at Washbrook Farm, riding with Ben and the lads. It was a really nice day. Back in Inters to see where I'm at. Wanted to improve on the last ride. There was things I was working on which were basically more corner speed, trying to stand up more, and just basically all round sharpening everything up. Turning I needed to work on because I found last time tipping the bike into the corner it didn't quite feel right because I wasn't on the front of the bike, so I've been working on that, and yeah, just generally getting faster. In the first session I nearly lost the front end and I shat myself basically, so after that I built my confidence back up slowly, and then as you'll see from some of the first clips I'm going real slow, but then I put the full session at the end of this video, and yeah, hopefully it looks like I'm going a lot faster. Felt good, and I'm ready for my race next week, so hope you enjoy. This is Ben giving it the style. Tried my best to catch him all day, and I made progress, but yeah, here's Keaton coming around the outside. He was giving it full 69% all day. This is Daniel about to absolutely roost me. That was a good one, that. So here I kind of lost my confidence and I was just so slow, but I'll really pick it up later on. This corner entry speed here was just, yeah, it was ridiculous really. So again, got better at that at the end of the day. And then here, throughout the day I was getting a nice bounce right at the end of the tabletop, and yeah, I was managing to time it every time, so I think shortly I'm gonna work on clearing it. There's Ben again. Tried to stay with him a bit longer this time. Every time he come past me I tried to follow him. I was watching what he was doing, and then I kept taking this line up here, and it feels really fun, but it's a lot slower. He comes blazing past me here, ripping the two-stroke. So again I tried to stay on the back of him, could I hold on to him. This was good for me, he wasn't into the sunset already. And then there's Daniel. And then I'm afraid that was that for that one. They pulled out of the corner and then off they went. But I went, right, I'm going to improve on that. So then here comes Harry. Same thing, I was watching what he was doing, I was listening to the throttle when he put it on. I thought, right, I'll put it on and I'll put it on harder. I was watching how he went into the corner, and yeah, just seeing what I can pick up and what I can improve on. Braking I feel pretty good on, but then this was one of my weaknesses, so I'm going into the corner slow speed and I'm not that great out of it, although that was an improvement from earlier on. But yeah, as it says there, I'm absolutely hanging on. This felt really good, loads of bikes. Yeah, I'm excited. But then again, I took this line and that was it. Kieran comes in. So here comes Ben again, there he is, bringing the style. And then this is later in the day, so I thought, right, so he's giving me a good roost there. And then, yep, it was like, right, can I learn a bit more? Can I stay with him? So I'm putting the throttle on harder, and that didn't last very long. Right, now it's Daniel's turn. He overtakes me. Can I stay with him? I think this might be the third session, so I've had a few goes at it, and I'm learning with each session that goes by. Just trying to copy what people are doing. So this corner was like a massive weakness, so I just tried to carry more speed and throttle harder out with it. So yeah, I'm all over the place, but I'm on the throttle better there. This guy, I like this bit over here. And then I'm not sure who this guy is, but I had really good fun having a little sort of race with him. We kept overtaking each other, and yeah, it was really good. And then he got in front of me, and again I was trying to do everything I could to keep with him, and then yeah, later on he had too much for me. He was off sort of thing, but that was another learning point for me. I was just watching what he was doing, and yeah, just trying to get better. So I see him go off there, and I thought, right, you know, working on that corner, putting the throttle on better each time. So I got some nice speed there, and then I actually found myself on the inside. So this was all new to me because I'm not used to overtaking people or basically having much speed at all. So I felt really good there. And then I made sure I was on the throttle as hard as I could. I shat myself here. I carried more speed than I'm used to, but it was good. I stayed on. And then I get overtaken again. So I was carrying a lot more speed over them jumps. The yellow flag. This is usually the pace I'm riding at. So again, out of this corner, getting the power on. Getting my tyre in that rut, I was working on that, so I was getting the hang of that by the end of the day. And then here I just need to gas it harder basically. But in the end the guy got away from me, but I did, yeah, I learned a lot. Right then, this is the full final session, last session of the day, where I bring everything together. I felt like I was going a lot faster. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, I'm just trying to improve my speed into the corners, and yeah, just generally do everything better and faster.